Yes, a pleasant good day to everybody. Peace be upon us all, blessings on us all. I am Umar Muhammad, Khalid Sudan disciple, and many other names. And today is the seventh day. Let me make sure. All right. Today is the seventh day in the month of August. Excuse me a while. Yes, today is the seventh day. Let me see this fine print writing here. No, sorry, it's a good thing. Today is the 8th day in the month of August. The time is now 6 a.m. Saturday the 8th. I have to declare, because my political choice, I do not make it known to anybody. I mean, yes, people who know me, close to me and my family, but openly I do not make it known to anybody. And my political choice, I have to divulge it, to use the word, or expose it this time. Because from what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing, it gives me reason to come out and say something, because it's overdoing. This election is a bitter election, verbally bitter, it's sarcastic, and it's bringing out what is hidden on the inside. And since it's bringing out what is hidden on the inside, I myself too will bring out what is hidden on the inside. Because people don't see me behind any political party, shouting, I vote PNM, I vote whatever. They have never seen me waving flag or nothing behind any political campaign. But it's bringing out what is on the inside. And I, telling anybody, I, Umar Muhammad, Palestinian disciple, I will tell the world that because I have voted for other parties in the past, but this election and these two leaders of the political party, the PNM and the UNC, I voting PNM. And I tell them all that, whether they like it or not. That is my choice. You know why? Because never before in history have I seen or heard a prime minister declare himself. And I tell you all something. This is no mama guy business. I've been observing and looking at prime ministers in the past. I've been observing carefully and looking at what people say on the media about blackness, about Black Lives Matters, and they're taking the whole thing to make a joke, while the other races do not take these things to make a joke about themselves. You'll never hear the Chinese come out and making such, subliminal statement, ridiculing themselves about Chinatown, nor the Indians. They may be in disagreement with somebody who is not in agreement, but you don't hear them throwing these things as though, well, it's a joke and they behind themselves and I don't know what they're doing and so on. Never before in the history of myself, in my 72 years in this world, or in this Trinidad and Tobago, I have seen and heard a prime minister declaring himself in alignment with the struggle of black awareness, black consciousness. not black, what you call violence and this ignorance that is going, blocking roads and putting tire and smoking and all, or burning down stores. Black consciousness. Yes, in the past, the Prime Minister, the deceased Prime Minister, bless his soul, Dr. Eric Williams said, when the Black Power movement came out, if Black Power means the upliftment of the black man, well then I am for it. He didn't make any joke about that, like some of us make joke on TV and certain things and so on. And then he declared, because we were in a kind of ignorance, the same battle was going on between Africans and Indians when it comes to election time. You had Dr. Rudranath Kapil and you had the PNM. And we were in such ignorance that he ridiculed everything, including ourselves. In those days, there was no black consciousness or black awareness. Gone Grenadian, gone Vincentian. Even the deceased, Lord Blakey made a calypso about it. And when you tell them, say, pig, they say, hag, straight inside the van. We humiliated ourselves and the other races laughed at us. It's a serious thing that we were in. We didn't like ourselves. We talk about the picky head and the blacky pokey and the this and that and all kind of thing. And we didn't like the Indians either. Because we look at the Indians as coolie. We ridicule them. We laugh at everything. The Chinese thing, this time, we never think of ourselves and not being ourselves because we had no name, our language, or whatever it is. They programmed us. Willie Lynch programmed us to be that way. They programmed us to be that way. Because their foundation, which they set down, is what rules today, not the political party. Not the political party, When you vote, you're voting a political party, you have said so, but you don't vote in the system because the system the system has nobody to vote for it. The system has already voted itself in years ago by Sir Francis Drake, Sir Walter Raleigh, the British, the Germans years ago. And Dr. Eric Williams, seeing the ignorance that was belted out, that was put out between the Africans and Indians, he came forward and he said he does not want the nigger and the coolie business. Cut it out. And we cut out the coolie because in past this is coolie, the coolie man, the coolie this, the coolie that, and all kind of thing. We cut it out because we have that respect for the Indians. We see the Indians as our brothers and sisters because they are black, which they deny now because they figure they have straight and they ain't black. They're black. They go to the States, they're black. They go to England, they're black. And during the 1970 Black Power uprising, we call on them to join us. Indians and Africans unite. I was there in 1970. I was about 22 years old. I was a young man marching with them, not in the forefront, but as a supporter. I wore my dashiki and so on and so on. But the Indians decide somewhere along the line, because we are programmed, because they see us being programmed by Willie Lynch, that they're going to try the same thing that Willie Lynch did too, or what the white man did. The Chinese too. That is why in China and in India and all over the world, they're trying the same thing, you see, because they realize that the white man got rich out of reach, so the Chinese going to Africa to get rich. That was basically what the World War I and II was all about. Grabbing land in Africa and who grabbed this and who grabbed that and so on. Creating borders in Africa too. The Indians and the Pakistanis had their share. Remember, oh gosh, this man, Idi Amin. There was a controversy with Idi Amin expelling the Pakistanis or the Indians out of Africa. It's going on today. The Chinese are leaving because we catch them, trying to steal Africa. Everybody wants Africa, excepting the majority of us. Because everybody knows the value of Africa and what is in the earth in Africa. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having cell phones today, people. So many of us remain this African thing with Africa. Cut out that long time thing, that the days of the Tarzan and the Phantom. Yeah. And the Mandrake and all them sort of nonsense that they give us. Subliminally. Thief in our head. Subliminally. Getting us to dislike ourselves against each other. So we stop the coolie. But you continue with the nigger. You hear some of them young boys say, the nigger, kill the nigger, kill the nigger. Which other race of people, young people are calling all of them, be conscious, Which other race of people are here giving themselves nigger, negro, creole, black man, even black man. We are Africans. Because if we call ourselves black man and then look at the side there and you see Indian and he don't call himself black man, tell yourself that you ought to be more than that. We more than black. We are original. In the beginning there was blackness, and out of blackness came light. I don't want to, whether you say darkness or blackness. And according to the scriptures, God spoke from the blackness. So then who is God? I am God. I am God. And if you don't like it, well then you don't like Jesus in the Bible. For ye are gods and children of the Most High. And look what the gods has come down to. Look at the gods, look at their women as Winagale, as sexual idols just for pleasure. They do not look at their woman as goddess, as bitch. How the gods look at themselves as dog, horse, animals. That is what they trained us to see ourselves as animals, not as humans. They want to be the humans, to stampede on us, to walk over us, to keep us down, to shake our hands, to laugh at us. And when election time comes, they do all kind of simidini, and they go behind closed doors and they laugh at us. And some of us so damn stupid, for a few dollars more. They have it in all ways, all struggle, all battle, they have that. The Judas says for a few dollars more. They sell out their people because all what they are thinking. Go on YouTube and log in Calypsonian Disciple. We will rise, and hear me singing that Calypso, and look at my placard during Emancipation Day. The eat a food mentality, because you want to eat a food. That is why in 1970 we marched. And we tried to put everybody, we went down to the Federation Park and all those places, and we marched to there to awaken the white people and all those. Because what it is going on now in America, you see white people there too, I tell you, especially the Chinese and the Indians, we have to watch them people, We have to watch everybody. Because some of the white people going around doing things to stigmatize us. But there are white people who are there because they know the history of African people. And any human being who is fair and conscious and godlike and honest in his mind will support the African people. Because we don't do what we do. We open more churches than ever. Excuse me, while these people are supposed to advertisement in front of you. All right, let me continue. This will eventually move up. They put themselves there. The white people put themselves there because they know They know definitely. And some of them honestly try to support us. They are in sympathy with us. It is no joke. This Black Lives Matter business is no joke. Now, as I've said before, things cannot happen like magic. There are a lot of people who will use it and abuse it, and there are a lot of us who will jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon. But it is no joke for any black man at all to come out and make a joke out of it. It is serious. Because why are you so serious when black youths commit crime and kill one another? Are you making this a joke? When the black youths have the gun in their hand, are you making this a joke? This Black Lives Matters is out to teach black people that it matters with us to get united, to be together. And it wouldn't happen like magic. It will take some time. So any race of people who conscious and godly and Christianity or whatever it is within themselves will see this as a serious move for all humanity to get equal with one another. Because many people have the saying, I don't see color. You don't see color what? You don't see color, but the white man they see color, and they're not telling the white man anything. The Ku Klux Klan they see color, the system they see color, because the whole system is out to keep the African man down, and you don't see that. But when the African man comes to talk about Black Lives Matters, you don't see color, you don't see race and all that kind of nonsense. Come on, man. Don't pull wool over your own eyes. So as I said before, I vote PNM. You know why? And I'll tell all you this why now. The only prime minister that I have seen since the Emancipation Parade has taken place, and I've seen him, and I've felt him spiritually, vibrationally, that comes up to Piccadilly Street, and from Piccadilly Street, he joins the Emancipation Parade like any ordinary person and enjoys himself with the Emancipation Parade straight up to the Savannah. It is the only African Prime Minister that I have seen or heard telling the nation, I am black and I'm proud to be a black man. And he didn't do so by speaking in a faint way. When I watched the TV last night, I saw inside of him, I saw what was coming out from him. He bringing it out. Be black and be proud. This ain't no time to skylark about Black Lives Matter. It's no time to make that a joke. Any black man who making that a joke is not worthy of himself. Because when the black youths pull the gun and they shoot and they kill, we know that black life really matters, because we want the black life to matter in a positive way, so that black people will know themselves first. Man, know yourself. The greatest love of all, the greatest love of all is happening to me. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And you making joke about Black Lives Matters? Yes, we know. We know that what black people did. We know what is our position right now. But we must also, all hands on deck, we must also get every little bit of strength. Because we know it wouldn't or it might not happen in this generation, but in time to come, and that is how the other races think. When they're on the struggle, they don't think about now, but they think in time to come. So we can watch a big building show and say, you know who built that building? That is son of Abu. That is son of Ram Narayan built that building. And they continue the economic power and the Hindu power, whatever it is. This is what you have to do. As soon as you see a little thing to make a joke, you're making a joke out of it. And you want to make African people believe that they can't do anything. Not so. As I said before, it doesn't happen. Wish Black Lives Matters and within the space of a year or two. I said, no, everything takes time, because the programmers for hundreds of years, my people. And in just one instant, you want to make a joke and you want to do like if they're talking about Black Lives Matter. You see what they do? When you're looking for the negative, some of us are pessimists. We do not like ourselves. We do not like ourselves. Let us be like the Prime Minister. I am black, I'm proud. Look at what they are doing to us in a subliminal way. In a way that you have to open your eyes, people, and look and see what is going on. Open your ears. Use your third eye, your pineal gland, and then you can see inside of what they are telling you. You can hear what's going on behind closed doors. You can see what's going on behind closed doors. You can see what's going on in these advertisements. Orisha people, Baptist people, they're insulting me every day. They're bombarding the television. Get rid of voodoo. Get rid of black magic. Get rid of the Obia. Yeah, and we say they're quiet. Orisha people with all the offering, all the doing, say they're quiet. Baptists will say they're quiet. They don't say that thing. Not coming together to have a meeting to put out an article in the papers on TV. Nothing at all. Nothing. It surprises me because I am a member of the Orisha spiritual practice. And I vex with a lot of them. It surprises me. Over 2 years this has been going on. And let me tell you something right now. You see something about Obia and voodoo and black magic? Let me tell you that. No, before I tell you something, let me say something about the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rory. Let me say something about Tobago people before I get into that. You see, Tobago people, I love them. They're serious and they're conscious about themselves. That is why the UNC cannot make an opening, a breakthrough. And also in East Driver and Lamington and surrounding areas. Because a lot of the Tobagonians and the Grenadians, these people are serious, settled there too. And when they came from Grenada and St. Vincent and they settled there, right? They built their foundation on the PNM party. Some of them Mikes, and a lot of those other businessmen. The Tobago people are serious people. And we have a Tobago Prime Minister. And we had E.N.R. Ramaswamy, next Tobago Prime Minister, that was serious. And these Tobago people do not give up and they do not do things according to the whims and fancies of the average Trinidadian. That is why Dr. Keith Rory will tell you if you don't like it, that's your business. I say it's supposed to be so and it's supposed to be so. I open no border. Because the average Trinidadian would have been turned and twisted with that. Look at the last African Prime Minister. The DC is blessed his soul, Dr. Patrick Manning. They turn him and twist him to the extent that he push him in his pocket and pull out a paper. Call the election. And he called the election. They know why they were saying so. Because they had a plan. And you see what happened when he called the election? Or let's see what is happening. Not this Prime Minister, they wasn't doing him that kind of thing. I like him, he's serious. He's serious. And he just tried to hold back himself, eh? And that's why they call him a raging bull. He just tried to hold back. And he just tried to be cool and understanding. But when he gets vexed, man. I tell you, I am a black and proud. And it's not the first time I hear him saying so. So we love this raging bull. Because he becomes a raging bull when the ox or when the enemies is attacking him and when his back is against the wall. Who wouldn't like to be a raging bull when their back is against the wall? Anyhow, let me tell you something about this thing now. This black magic and black thing. My dear people, in the beginning there was blackness. And it was magic because out of darkness came light. It was magic in the sense that those who could not have understood it, those who don't know, and why when you pull your hair up, it stays up. You see that staying up? And all the other racist people, now this is not racism. This is facts. It goes down. Because I learned that from a white man. Some years ago in England, I was talking to a white man. think it was 1991. And he made it known to me that, look, you all should be proud of what I said because, look, you hear it stop, but it goes down, and you see the woman have to be, and some of us are along here and playing white ticket too. Somebody got him on and making yourself an ass. Right? So we have to be proud of ourselves, not to hate other people, not to dislike or to humiliate other races, but proud of ourselves so that we can stand up our own and reach out and touch somebody's hand to make this world better if we can, regardless of race, regardless of whatever it is. That is why Brother Valentino said, stay up. This is Zimbabwe. Stay up, Zimbabwe. Stay up, Zimbabwe. Africa, stay up. The food basket of the world. Where is everybody going to get the gold and the diamond? Right? The white man created a zoo. We didn't have to have no zoo. The whole of Africa, the animals were free. We didn't say take the bird and put them in any cage. The white man locks up everything. He lock up African people, program them, he program all the animals and everything. The snake and everything. We were given dominion over all living things. We didn't have to fight snake and all those things. But the white man bring us in a system in which we have to be afraid because it was programmed into us, and the things that he could not have understood, he programmed it into us as evil, as black magic, as voodoo. My people, let me tell you all something. Originally, there was voodoo. Originally, there was black magic. Originally, there was Obia, but they didn't call it Obia. They call it my art. The same 10 Commandments that they say Moses went up and the burning bush and all these things happened. That Obia, that voodoo. But it was just 10 out of those 42, if I'm not mistaken, commandments that was given to the original Egyptians, not the Egyptians that came from Europe. The white people that came from Europe invaded Egypt and started to put things their way and make the people to believe this and that and so on. They cut off the king's nose. Not the Obia, the voodoo, these words. Obia and voodoo that the white people gave the world. We didn't give ourselves that. They gave the world that. We didn't even call ourselves Africans, but that's the next thing by itself. We didn't even call ourselves Yoruba. They gave the world a whole set of words, and they demonized what they had to demonize. The communication with the Most High, the one God, was there before. And when they came and they could not have understood it, you know what they call it? Voodoo, Obia, black magic. We're talking about the African spirituality in its pristine purity. Pristine mean original. Purity, the original. Pristine mean pure, original, from its original state. If you all should understand what is voodoo, how they call it today, what is voodoo, what is Obia, what is black magic. In the ancient time, it wasn't that it was worshipping one God. It was following the 42 laws of Egypt, Ma'at, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not whatever. And they give you a little taste of the voodoo and the black magic. In the 10 Commandments, a little taste of it. After I said, this one took on the snake, the rod, and it became a snake, and yeah. And Moses opened the sea and all. Nancy's story, you know why? Because they could not have understood what we were doing, and they idolized themselves as though they are we. They could do this and they could do that. It's a pity they didn't show that that African man opened the sea and turned his. It's a pity they didn't show that. Because there's so many things happening, as I said before, they couldn't understand what you are doing. Right? And that is why they imitate that. They have a magic man. Yeah. They created a phantom. They created a Tarzan. They created a Superman. And all these, imitating what we had way back. Way back, the Superman, Batman. That is what they do. And then when we used to go to school long time, remember, our parents used to give us a little penny and force us to go and see the magic man in school. That wasn't black magic, you know, didn't it? We have to go and see the magic man in school. Look at a young boy stood down over an egg and tutu out or shit out he stood down over a bank and shit out an egg. Or you remember that? He turned money into ice cream and he sucked the ice cream. He wasn't scorning that, he wasn't demonizing that. My people, we would love that. We love that kind of magic man. And most of the time, the magic man was an Indian man or Chinese. Come on, all you try to remember. These used to get to know that youth man I talking to all you catch all yourself. There are lots of things you all don't know. And stop going about that la 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 la. Catch all yourself. Read between the lines. Read between the lines. When all the nine men on the block talk about things that will make all your eyes open out and see life as how it is. And don't see life as just a gimme. Right? Don't let politics put all you in a gimme situation. Alright, you get them a box dream. Alright, you get them money to do this and money to do that. Even money to cause corruption and whatever it is, right? And then after that, what happened? You're going back on the block. You ain't have no money. And then gone with millions of dollars. So this black magic and thing we're talking about today, yes, we had black magic before, but it was not known as black magic, it was not known as voodoo or obia. They give us these things during slavery and they demonize it. So if you really want to understand what they call obia, black magic and voodoo, you have to go back to the ancient time where all religion came from that. Peter. No, the 10 years Peter. Thou art Peter, upon this rock I will build my church. You know what's Peter in Egypt? What Peter? It's upon Peter all religion came from. And that is why I want to know, how could they be saying, thou art Peter, upon this rock I will build my church? They know that is Peter, P-T-A-H, that they build all other religion. But we don't know. And my people know yourself, seek knowledge. So when they come on the TV, and when they come, the rain is falling in the praise and thanks to the Most High. When they come on the TV, and they're talking about get rid of black magic, get rid of voodoo, get rid of obia, it's a combined effort. It's an organization to get rid of us and to have us fighting against one another so that we can decry. We can go against our own power because they realize we are coming back. And when we are coming back, we are seeking knowledge. We are seeking knowledge to go back to the ancient time. From whence he come, we shall return. So that when we return to whatever is our African spirituality, will be powerful and we will overcome them. So they organize a set of people to come down here. And every day, every minute, that is to put it in our minds. Get rid of black magic, get rid of voodoo, get rid of obia. So that we can have the Christianity fighting against the Orisha and the Muslim. And that is what they do. And some of us cannot, even the Orisha people, because they're quiet at that, they're quiet. They're not saying anything. I bet you them, I don't like them for that. I tell anyone them that. All the leaders and the imams and the babalawos, all they see this thing also. Nobody tell me how to burn down no house or to go on march or to disobey COVID-19 regulation. Just know how to do what you are doing in a lawful way. And that is an organized plot, an organized plan. All these Indian gurus or whatever you call them, and talking about the astrology and all that. So when you have a problem, who are you going to? Either the white man, the Chinese, or the Indians. And that is how they set up the economical system. So when we want a job, when we want to finish school off on what we owe in the bank, who we glad to get our job with and keep our job with? The Chinese, the Indians, or the whatever, Syrians and what have you. No, I don't mind. But it's exploitation because they never give us what they should give us. And I must come to the fact that many of us sell out our people for a few pieces of silver. Look at these youths on this advertisement. All what they know is that they want to eat a food. That is all what they know. They want to eat a food. And what is Kamna saying? She's talking about unity. Unity. You ever hear any African spiritual priestess called a Babalawo come down and talk about the Hindu this and the Hindu that? You ever hear any African leader, spiritual Baptist or research in that talk about the Hindu this and get rid of the Hindu this? Because they have it too. They have the spirituality, and many of them have the things that they do similar to Orisha thing too. You never hear them saying that. So we are more unified with people than them. Why doesn't Kamna Prasad Busasa talk about cut it out? You must have unity, cut out the black. It's racism that they talk about black magic. So where's unity? There's unity for election. My people, I am black and proud. That is my unity for election. And I pray that within my blackness and within my proudness, I will link up myself or get together with any other race of people who is also proud of their race. Indians should be proud of his Indian self and be his Indian self. Chinese should be proud of their Chinese self and be their Chinese self. And also proud of other people, because I don't want no Chinese or no Indians calling me Negro. Nobody should call me Negro. If I have a Chinese fan and they call me Negro, I'll put them in a place in a very respectful way. Hey, what up? No, I'm not a Negro. Negro means black. They look on a tin of polish, you see the word Negro. That is so low, the word Negro is. As you see a tin of black polish, you know Negro because Negro is black. You don't look at any tin of polish and see Chinese, accepting that they produce it, or Indians. So come on, man. People, let me catch you say, Dr. Keith Rowley, I admire you and I support you. Say it loud. I am black and proud. Say it loud. We are black and let us be proud. Let us be proud. Because if we ain't proud of ourselves, we are not Trinidadians. And let me put it this way. You know why? Because you do not want to find an equal place. Yeah, every creed and race find an equal place. And may God bless our nation. Thank you, my people. Independence coming up. Have a happy and fair and peaceful election. Umar Mohammed, Palestinian disciple.